Hey everyone, are you experiencing difficulty breathing or feeling short of breath more often than not? Did you guys know there is a connection between your diaphragm and your pelvic floor? You can think of your entire abdominal cavity, including your diaphragm at the top and your pelvic floor at the bottom, as one big piston. And when you have movement and pressure changes from the top of the diaphragm, you will have movement and changes at the bottom pelvic floor. And when you inhale, your diaphragm moves downward into your upper abdomen. This actually increases pressure in your abdomen, which results in the pelvic floor as lowering down, essentially giving it a small stretch. When you exhale, your diaphragm rises into your lower rib cage and the pressure in your abdomen decreases. This causes your pelvic floor to rise up into your pelvis. Basically, when your diaphragm moves lower with inhalation, your pelvic floor lowers, and when your diaphragm moves up with exhalation, your pelvic floor moves up too. So how does this action affect your pelvic floor function? Well, your pelvic floor is working at low levels all day long to provide support for the pelvic organs and to keep you dry. And when you inhale, the stretch applied to the pelvic floor is sort of like a nice little break when you aren't breathing correctly and your pelvic floor is constantly in action. This may cause the muscles to become tense or tight, which can lead to issues such as pelvic pain, urinary incontinence, and overactive bladder. On the other hand, when you exhale, your pelvic floor will rise up and have a small contraction. When you aren't able to exhale correctly, your pelvic floor may remain on a constant stretch from the pressure in the abdomen. This may lead to weakening of your pelvic floor, which causes urinary incontinence and things like prolapse. So what's the best way to breathe and ensure that your pelvic floor is functioning at its best? We call it belly breathing here. When you inhale, you want to make sure your abdomen expands as your lungs fill with air. Basically, your belly should get a little bit bigger. As you exhale, your abdomen should return to its normal resting position. If you've worked with one of our amazing pelvic health PTs or OTs here, you maybe practice breathing for an exercise because it's that important. And if you have any questions about the pelvic floor and breathing, please do reach out to one of our pelvic health specialists. We'd love to chat with you and talk to you about your individual pelvic health concerns. Bye for now.